of a ceasefire, the violation of that ceasefire, and then the renewal of that ceasefire. Joining us now is Roger Zakheim. He is the Ronald Reagan Institute Director and former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. And Roger, it is great to have you back on Overtime. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start right there, because markets do seem to be breathing a sigh of relief here. Are investors too excited too quickly? How much now hinges on the ceasefire holding?
Well, a lot hinges on it. More reason to be positive around this because Israel has stated that it's accomplished its war objectives. Iran seems to have declared a victory, even though that is really just sort of spin. And the American president said he wants this done. So all parties involved have kind of made clear statements that they want to end this conflict. And then it's always a bumpy ride till we get to the end of this ceasefire. Having said that, the Middle East is known for one thing, instability. And so sort of saying that we're at the end of this only invites something else to happen that we don't expect.
So what has history taught us in terms of ceasefires and attempts to broker bigger, wider peace deals in the past?
Well, this has been a significant, almost unprecedented conflict. Iran's nuclear weapons program, the Iranian regime, has been wreaking havoc on the region for 40 plus years. So to be at this moment where you have this regime weakened, Bibi Netanyahu, the Israeli Defense Forces after October 7th has affected out the ring of fire around its territory with all of Iran's proxies. It's really a new day as it relates to Iran and the region. That should allow for peacemaking, and I would expect there's already rumors of the Abraham Accords expanding beyond what we've seen in terms of the United Arab Emirates and some other countries making peace with Israel. We'll see if that extends to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and other countries. So I think what we'll see is an effort towards peacemaking. But first, we have to make sure that President Trump lands the ceasefire and there isn't additional exchanges of rocket and ballistic missiles coming across from Iran into the Gulf, and certainly between Israel and Iran.
All of this as NATO members are meeting in Europe right now. What does it mean for defense spending, not just here in the U.S., but globally? And what does it mean in terms of the types of technologies that we're now going to see implemented?
Well, it's a big moment out in NATO. President Trump is going to herald this moment as a great sort of celebration of his for what he's been emphasizing, not just in this term, but from his first term, which is we have to bring an end to the free rider problem that is NATO countries not investing adequately in their national defense. We're going to see this NATO commitment to 5% of GDP. Now, not every country is going to get there in a 5% commitment. It's sort of a capabilities-based approach. But overall, this is something worthy of celebration. And it reflects what I see as a Trump doctrine. Others are talking about in the same fashion. And that is the United States will help allies that help themselves. No better example of that than we saw with respect to Israel. Israel saw that existential threat posed by the Iranian regime and its nuclear weapons program. It took action against that, and the United States ultimately stepped in. It was within our national interest to support. I think you're going to see the same sort of expectation and language as it relates to NATO. NATO has to lead with its investment in its defense. That's a 5% commitment. And if it does that, you will see a Trump administration willing to make its investment in the sorts of investments are really interesting. We're going to see more of the investment in the autonomous systems and drones, the like that we're seeing make such an impact on the Ukrainian battlefield.